All eyes will be on the U.S. presidential election. CNBC-TV18's Malvika Jain met up with Arun Venkatraman, who is the U.S. Assistant Secretary of Commerce, and began by asking him what elections could mean for the commercial relations between the U.S. and the rest of the world, especially India. Take a listen.
The U.S.-India commercial relationship has been on a solid upward trajectory for decades now, and that trajectory is only going further upwards. This is not a question of elections. This is frankly a question of the shared interests that we have and the tremendous synergies we have between our commercial sectors, where American solutions can partner with Indian companies to bring technologies to India and vice versa, to bring Indian investments into the United States. That trend is bound to continue no matter what, because the interests are the same.
President Trump has said, the presidential candidate now has said that if he were to come to power, then tariffs, retaliatory tariffs would be implemented. What is your sense of that? Because this is really important for businesses in India and across the world.
Yes, well, I can't speak to what any new president will do. As you know, come January, we will have a new president no matter what. And I certainly wouldn't want to opine on what former President Trump might do were he in office. I think what I would say is that the commitment to the U.S.-India partnership is steadfast. You've seen it in the previous years. You've seen it in the last 4 years. And I think that is what will remain steady going forward.
In the past month, we have seen the Indian Prime Minister come to the U.S. Several senior ministers have visited the United States, including the Commerce Minister. And he has had meetings with the Commerce Secretary of the U.S., who's busy campaigning right now. And we have you with us. But can you share what was the outcome of the meetings between the two leaders in the sphere of commerce? There is already a semiconductor partnership in place. What has been the progress in that direction? And when it comes to mineral partnership, are we looking at mineral as an input for the semiconductor project that is already underway, or this is a separate partnership?
Absolutely. Malvika, when the Honorable Minister was here last month, he was here for him and Secretary Raimondo to lead the U.S.-India commercial dialogue and the U.S.-India CEO Forum. And these two sets of meetings were really a fantastic capstone to what can only be described as a truly transformative period in U.S.-Indian economic relations. We are so proud of the fact that in the last few years, the relationship between the United States and India, as I mentioned, was already on an upward trajectory, but we have really set it on a completely new scale now going forward. And I think that's really because of the leadership of the minister and the secretary. What we have been able to do is make progress in a number of areas. You mentioned semiconductors. As you know, we launched a semiconductor memorandum of understanding a year ago. And under that memorandum of understanding, our goal is to ensure the resiliency of semiconductor supply chains and build up a semiconductor ecosystem.
Okay, on that note, we're going to slip into a very short break. But after we return, we'll get you the latest updates on the cyclone Dana as the storm completes its landfall in Odisha. So stay tuned in.